Hey guys, so today I want to talk about cost versus value. And one of the examples that I like to use for this analogy is you've got MTSU and then you've got the University of Tennessee. They both play football, right? But they do so at a different level. They both have helmets and coaches and weight rooms, but they're not operating at the same level. And you got to think to yourself, well, why? What separates them from one another? What separates their level of success, even though they're playing the same sport? And that brings me to my first point. And that is that your level of investment is going to determine your level of outcome. So what does that mean? Your level of investment determines your level of outcome. Well, what that means is that you're investing in things like your staff, your facilities, your nutrition, your branding, your media exposure, your whole program, right? You're investing back into it. And that investment raises your ceiling. Now, if you invest at a $300 level, but you expect a $30,000 result, well, that's not how advertising is going to work, right? Cheap ads equal minimal exposure. Strategic, multi-platform exposure, a strategy, that's how you get dominance. The second point that I want to make is that exposure creates perception. So if you're a football program and you're always playing on national TV and you're always playing on primetime and you've always got this massive social media following and this presentation of your brand, well, MTSU might have great players, but if they've got fewer eyeballs on them, the perception is always going to favor Tennessee. And so it's going to create a snowball effect, right? The perception by athletes, young athletes, looking for where they want to spend their next level of their playing career, they're going to see that and they're going to want to go to Tennessee. It's going to build on itself. So on the flip side of that, it can also affect you or your business negatively, or in this example, it can affect MTSU negatively. If you've got fewer eyeballs or lower perception of your quality or of your value, then what's it going to translate into? Because visibility is what builds authority. Again, let's put it into simple Franklin County standards. If people are hearing you on the radio and then they're seeing you on Facebook and they're seeing articles about your business on 931go.com and then they're seeing you on sponsored graphics and they're seeing you at games and they're seeing you at all these community events, you look bigger. And in a small market, perceived scale, a large scale is going to increase the level of trust from consumers. And that brings me to my third and final point. And that's that cost versus value is about ROI. It's not about price, guys. Let me say this clearly. Cost is what you pay. Value is what it returns. And so the cheapest option, ironically, can ultimately have higher long-term costs for your business. You're going to lose customers. You're going to have a weak brand perception. And on top of that, you're going to be allowing your competitors to control the narrative. So if you want Tennessee level results, you can't operate with an MTSU level investment. And in Franklin County, you don't need a $10 million budget, but you do need consistency, you need presence, and you need an intentional strategic investment.